We are in a world where desperation can lead to dangerous choices. It's all about a young man named Obiora, a bright graduate who struggled to find employment and later made a wrong choice due to frustration. In a small village, there lived a young boy named Obiora. Obiora's father passed away when he was just 3 years old, leaving his mother, Oluchi, to raise him on her own. Despite the financial struggles they faced, Obiora's mother worked tirelessly to provide for him and teach him valuable life lessons. She practically taught him morality and how to do life the right way without being negatively influenced by peer pressure. When Obiora got admission into one of the best universities in the state, he was well behaved and didn't allow negative influence over him. He proved to be an exceptional student. He earned excellent grades and was loved by his lecturers and most of the students. At this point, the mum was extremely proud of her son. Obiora's academic excellence continued where he graduated at the top of his class. However, despite his impressive credentials, he struggled to find employment. He searched for a job for 3 years, but no positive outcome. Obiora did everything within his powers to secure a job, but no way. His course mates, who were not as intelligent as him, were already doing well financially. He became more frustrated and disillusioned as nothing was working for him. For 4 whole days, Obiora did not eat because there was nothing to eat. He was pained and decided to put away his morality and go into stealing. He made a series of poor choices that ultimately led him down a path of crime. He willingly joined a bad gang, and after a month, he was already rich. He travelled home to share the good news of him being rich to his mum and how he's doing well in business. He travelled back to the city with his mum, who's so excited that her son has finally made her proud. He rebuilt his father's house and made life comfortable for his mum. One day, Oluchi decided to pay her son a surprise visit from the village. She already has her keys to the son's house in the city. However, she arrived at late evening hours at his mansion. She was met with an untidied space. She saw a gun on the chair. She was afraid and wondered if her son had been robbed or if something had gone wrong. On a second thought, armed robbers don't leave their guns in their victims' houses. More also, nothing is missing in the house. Oh no! She couldn't help but feel a deep sense of pain and disappointment on what her son had become. She called him immediately, but he didn't pick. She wept bitterly and asked what she has done wrong. Obiora and his colleagues, on the other hand, were in their victim's house. Obiora's colleague, Pat, screamed at the man, "Bring out all the money in this house, otherwise you and your family will all die in the next 5 minutes." The man begged, saying, "Please, there's no money in this money. Have mercy on us." Ike, Obiora's colleague, slapped him and said, "You think we are playing here? You think these guns are not active? You think we came without getting information?" Ike slapped his wife, and she screamed so loud. Mr. John said, "Please don't touch my family. Don't kill us. Spare our lives." Obiora said to him, "If you don't want us to unalive your family, quietly show us where the money is. Once we get it, we leave for good." Mr. John said, "Let me take you to my room. The money is in the briefcase." Mr. John handed the briefcase to Obiora. He opened it and saw a huge amount inside. He smiled. Obiora and his team asked everyone to lay downward while they leave with gadgets, laptops and phones. They drove off to a hotel and shared the money equally. Except Obiora, the rest took the gadgets. It was already 1 a.m. Obiora's mum was broken and wept uncontrollably. Her heart was heavy. She quickly arranged the sitting room and swept it. At 1:30 a.m., when Obiora returned, he was surprised to see his mum. Though he was excited because he missed his mum so much. He welcomed her and hugged her very tightly, but he was looking exhausted and shaken. His mother asked him to go and sleep. At 6 a.m., Oluchi went to her son's room to wake him and have a heart-to-heart conversation. "Dear son, you told me you are into a business and I believed you. I saw the gun. You said there was no employment, but you had to create employment for yourself to feed. Is this the employment you talked about? When did you start lying to me?" "My son, Where did I go wrong? I thought I taught you right from wrong. I thought I instilled in you the values of honesty and hard work. But now, I'm faced with the harsh reality that you're an armed robber. I remember the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the endless prayers for your well-being and success. I gave you everything, and this is how you repay me. What happened to the little boy who held my hand and promised to make me proud? What happened to the child who recited B? Bible verses and sang hymns with me? What happened to the handsome boy who doesn't take what's not his? Your hand, which I usually hold, now holds gun? Ah! My own very son, an armed robber. Oh, my God! How did this happen? I thought I was raising a leader, a change maker, but instead you've chosen a path of destruction and harm. You're not only hurting others, but you're also breaking my heart into a million pieces. I don't know how to process this, how to reconcile the son I thought I knew with the person you've become. I feel like I've failed you, like I haven't done enough. But despite all this, I still love you. I still want to help you, to guide you back to the right path. I want to see the good in you again, to see the potential that I know you have. Please, my son, come back to me. Come back to the values we hold dear. Let's work together to rebuild and start anew. I'll be home, waiting for you, with open arms and a heart that's willing to forgive. She wept and left. On hearing this, Obiora broke into tears and wept bitterly. His conscience is back to life. He promised to change. Hours later, Obiora stood at the front of a mirror. And he said, "Yes, my mother was right. How did I land here?" Obiora, what really happened? Everything happened so fast. Where is my conscience being all these while? What really happened to Obiora? How on earth did I normalize taking people's sweat-informed money? Ah, I'm pained deeply. All I did was just to have a good life at the expense of another man's sweat. I will never steal again. I have made a great mistake. I will have to start my life all over. I have always been a good guy. I don't smoke, drink, kill, womanize, nor club. My biggest crime is what frustration and hunger led me into. I love my mother so dearly. I will go back to the village tomorrow morning to beg her and genuinely change. My sweet mother, who sold her wrappers and valuables just to pay my school fees. I'm 100% sorry, Mum. Oh, I made my mum cry. I broke her heart. I have also failed myself. But before I meet her in the morning, I have a final deal tonight. My last robbery, my last deal, my final crime, my last mission, the very last time I would hold a gun. I would not have gone, but I and my colleagues have planned this, our very clients, for so long. If I don't show up, my colleagues will be disappointed, and execution may not go as planned. It's just tonight. After tonight, nothing under heaven would ever make me to rob again. Never. Tragically, this decision ultimately led to his downfall. At 11:30 p.m. that very day, they already successfully executed their plans and quickly zoomed off. Unknown to them, the police had already gotten an information about them. While trying to escape, the police pursued them, but they were driving 2 speed. The siren was so high. For more than 40 minutes, the police was still chasing them. Obiora and his team were on speed, driving uncontrollably. Ike, who was driving, was already tired and feels like giving up. But his colleagues said he should add more efforts, otherwise they will be caught. The closer the police, the speeder they drove.